guys, what's up? It's Layla. I'm back, and today I'm going to be doing a getting ready with me full makeup look. I just got a new palette. I'm a palette hoarder. I get them way too often, but I was at the Walgreens and saw this, and it was calling my name. So it's by Remo London, and it's called the Magnifies Wow Edition Eye Contouring Palette. And it looks like this. So there's some pretty blues, purple, now they're more blue, kind of a teal green, and then some nice olive tones with a silver, a white, and then a bronze and a burnt sienna color. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. And in addition to putting on my makeup, and I don't know how this is going to go. It's going to be a little difficult, but I'm going to do my best. Since my Q&A videos were so popular with you guys, I got more questions, and I thought that I would answer them while I'm doing my makeup. So, yep, stay tuned. We will be doing makeup and questions right in just a minute. I'm going to start with primer. It's the Keep Me Matte Primer. And the first question is, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? So, I haven't been to that many places in the United States. I've been around, but I've never been to, like, for example, Boston or San Francisco or also somewhere in the U.S. I wanted to go but haven't gone. Trying to think. Well, anyway, there are a lot of places I haven't been, so there's probably more choices out there that I know of, but if I had to go on where I've been, it would be Hilton Head, South Carolina. Back in, like, oh my God, 2000 something, 2004 or 5 or maybe 6. I had a friend who has a timeshare in Hilton Head, and it was the most beautiful place I've ever been in the United States. It's just, there's beach, it's a big golfing town if you're into golfing. I'm not, but it's just beautiful. It kind of reminds me of Florida, but like way more chill and just laid back and beautiful. And so, yeah. So either there or Savannah, Georgia, which is just really close to Hilton Head as well. Both of those places are beautiful, and I would love to live there. Like, I'm hoping one day to retire to one of those places. Next question, will I go in with foundation? And I'm going in with the Maybelline. This is my favorite foundation, you guys. I had run out of it for a while, but now I have it back again. It's the Maybelline Up to 24 Hours Full Coverage Foundation. And my shade is 220. So while I'm doing my foundation, I'll answer another question. And that question is, who is your hero? When I was growing up, my dad was my hero. But in another Q&A, I disclosed that he did pass away when I was 10. So since he's not around anymore, I have to say that this is hard to do questions and answers and put makeup on. I'm trying to multitask here. But anyway, if I had to choose a hero for present times, it would be my husband. We've been through so much together. We've been married 10 years. He would move heaven and earth for me. He's just a really pure-hearted person. And he's just someone that I could never live without. So I guess that makes him my hero. Okay, foundation's on. I'm going to go in with some concealer. I am going to use the Maybelline Instant Rewind Eraser for my concealer today. And the next question is, what is your biggest fear? I have two fears. I have two biggest fears. In November of 2019 or 20. No, it must have been, 2019. I got in a really bad car accident. My car was totaled and I broke my leg in two places. I broke my wrist, I broke some ribs. It was horrific and extremely scary. Luckily, the other person wasn't hurt. And I healed with time. But, yeah, my biggest fear would be getting in another car accident. Now when I drive, I'm like super, super careful and vigilant, and I drive like kind of like an old lady now because I'm just so scared that's going to happen again. So that's one of my biggest fears, but the most biggest fear that I have would be if something happened to one of my kids. So for those of you that watch my channel, you know I have 3 kids. And actually today is my oldest's birthday, and he is 20 today. I'm old enough to have a 20-year-old, you guys. When did that happen? Oh, so anyway, but if something ever happened to any one of them, I don't know how I could go on. I would go on. I would have to go on, but it would be really, really hard. So that's the answer to that question. Okay, next question is, what makes you angry? Oh, so many things make me angry. Closed-minded people, people who judge and criticize others, racism, sexism, all the isms, they make me angry. But I mean, mostly I would have to say people just who don't have an open mind, like to anything. Like they're set in their ways and they're not willing to bend or change or compromise in any way. People like that make me really angry. I'm going to do my brows off camera because there's no way I can answer questions and do my brows. It's such a process, so I'll be back. Okay, brows are on, and I am now going to prime my eyelids with my P. Louise eye base while I answer another question. So the another question is, what motivates you to work hard? Obviously providing for my family is huge. But what motivates me to get my butt up, get ready, and go into work every day is my patients. If you haven't watched my other videos, you may not know, I'm a nurse. I work on a inpatient adolescent psychiatric unit, and we have kids ages 12 all the way through to 24. And a lot of people, when I tell them I work in psych, they're like, oh my God, that must be crazy. You know, all kinds of crazy, wild stuff you must see go on there. And actually, you guys, it's really not. The kids are really good. They are innately good people, I believe. They just have problems. They have issues with family or mental illness, and or both of them. And they just need to get stabilized and get help. But I'm telling you, 90% of those kids are very polite, very cooperative, and very sweet. So what motivates me to work hard is to enjoy my patients, basically. So I'm just doing the P. Louise eye base. I will answer another question. What is your favorite thing about your career? And I kind of just answered that already, but I'll answer it more generally. Just being a nurse, my career in general. The thing I like most about being a nurse is that there's so many different things you can do as a nurse. I mean, just the possibilities are endless. There's so many opportunities for nurses. Basically, you can work anywhere, do anything, it's the best choice. One of the best choices I've ever made is to become a nurse. And I've done a lot of different types of nursing. So, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to set my face with my Fenty Pro Filter powder. It's running low, it's running low. I'm going to need more soon. But the next question is, with whom would you like to be stranded on a desert island with? David Beckham, please. Thank you. Love him. He's my big celebrity crush. I would just freak out to ever meet him, let alone be stranded on an island with him. But, oh, he's beautiful. So, yeah, it would be David Beckham. Okay, so for shadow, again, I'm using this Rimmel London Magnifies Wow Edition. And I'm going to be they don't have names, the colors, so I'm going to be going in right here with this olive, kind of olivey brown, I guess you could call it. And there's quite a bit of fallout in the pan. No fallout on the face yet. I don't know if I can do my eyeshadow and answer a question. Let me see. Hobbies. What are your hobbies? So obviously this, doing videos for YouTube, is probably my biggest hobby right now. But I also play piano and sing. And I write music, I write songs, and I would never want to sing my own songs. I would want to write them and someone great sing them, like Kelly Clarkson or something like that. So, yeah, those are my hobbies. This is really hard to talk and answer questions. So, yeah. Do I have any other hobbies? I like to paint. I don't know how good I am at it, but I've done a few paintings and they didn't turn out too horrible. So yeah, those are my hobbies. Oh, okay, so the crease is done for my lid. I'm gonna go in with this color right here, and I am going to wet my finger and put it on with my finger. As I always do with shimmers. If you watch my videos, you know this. It's a little hard with my ultra long nails. Shoot, that is hard. Still working on my eyes. I'm gonna go in the outer corner with this sparkly gray and answer another question. So the next question is looks or intelligence. Let me tell you something. The hottest guy could be just the most beautiful man ever. If he's not intelligent, doesn't look good to me, won't go for it. A man or a woman, everybody, like, intelligence is a big key thing that I look for in people, and I'd much rather have intelligence than looks, because in my opinion, someone with intelligence becomes more attractive, like the more intelligent they are. So if that makes sense. So I'm just putting some of this in the corner. And I'm just gonna blend my eyes, tweak them a little bit, and be right back. Okay guys, so shadow is almost done. I'm just gonna do my brow bone with a mixture of these two, this light pinky and this white. And the next question is, what is the most daring thing I have ever done? I would have to say bungee jumping. When I was 16 or so, I worked at like a, not an amusement park, but it was a park that had a bunch of attractions, something called the Alpine Slide. I grew up in Colorado, and so there was a slide that went down the mountain that you could ride down on this little wheeled cart. And then there was water slides, which I worked at. I was a lifeguard for that. And then there was a bungee jumping station, or whatever you want to call it. And I tried it, and oh my God, scariest thing ever, free falling like that. Even though I did it and survived it, I would never do it again. And people ask me all the time, like, would you ever go skydiving? And I'm like, hell no, I wouldn't go skydiving. But people can't seem to understand why I would not want to go skydiving. Because I don't want to shit my pants. Yeah, that would probably be a good reason not to go skydiving. So the most daring thing, I'm not very daring, to be honest. The most daring thing I've ever done is bungee jumping. So the next question, let me take a look. When did you find out that Santa was not real? Wait a minute. He's not real? Oh my God. Okay, eyes are shadowed and lined. This is what it looks like. It's a very pretty combo. I do like it. And the next question is, which celebrity would you most like to meet? There are a lot of celebrities that I would like to meet, but my idol, my one celebrity that I would just geek out over would be Gwen Stefani. I have followed her since her early days of No Doubt. Back in the late 80s when they started, I have every album. I know every word to every song. I've seen them live several times. So, and then of course Gwen breaking off from No Doubt and becoming a total mogul with fashion and everything. She's just amazing. She's just, oh, I can't tell you. Like, I love Gwen Stefani. She's beautiful. She's a kind person. She's got talent. I love her voice. She's got amazing style. So yeah, that would be the one celebrity that I would want to meet. So I'm gonna put some mascara on my lower lashes now. The next question is, on a scale, this is funny, on a scale of 1 to 10, how funny do I think I am? Well, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm pretty freaking funny, but a lot of people don't get my sense of humor. One of them being my husband. I say funny stuff and he'll just be like, you know, it's funny because, like, it just depends on who I'm around. I can be around certain people and I'll say something and just everyone will be in hysterics laughing. Like, at work, that happens a lot. And my mom is somebody who gets my sense of humor and loves my sense of humor. So I've got a sense of humor. I think I'm funny. On a scale of 0 to 10, I'd say I'm a I'd say I'm 6 or a 7. I mean, really, I think I'm funny. But you know, not everybody's gonna agree or see it that way. So, okay, bottom lashes are done. I'm gonna do the top lashes and answer another question. By the way, I love this mascara. So, a little tangent here I'm gonna go off on, but I use Voluminous by L'Oreal my whole life, as long as I can remember, since high school, since I started wearing makeup. But this, I just discovered recently, it's the Voluminous Lash Paradise. And this is like Voluminous on steroids. This is much better. I don't know if it's the formula or the brush, but either way, it's a really nice formula. And it really separates the lashes out nicely. And I'm actually going to line my upper lashes with my this velour that I've been using. It is a liner that is an adhesive as well, so I can stick the lash on top of it. So actually I'm going to do this first, And that's boring. You guys don't want to watch that, so I'll be right back. Okay, guys, eyes are done. Lashes are on. I'm going to do face now. Except my drawer with my face stuff is completely stuck. Okay, so I'm just going to use this Wet n Wild contour stick. How on earth? Oh, the label hasn't been broken. Anyway, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild contour stick in shade No clue. No clue. Okay, so I'm just going to go down. Oh yeah, this one isn't very dark. My other one was darker. I don't know if this one's going to be dark enough. Anyway, guys. Yeah, this isn't dark enough. Darn it. Now I have to go buy a new one. I'll do my nose in a minute. The last question that I have is, how many languages do you speak? So obviously I speak English. And then nursing is actually my second career. I was a Spanish teacher before I was a nurse. So I got my bachelor's in 1999, a long time ago, in Spanish. And I actually lived in Mexico for a while. I lived in Guadalajara, Mexico for a semester and studied at the University of Guadalajara there. And guys, best time of my life. That was the best time of my life. I was 19, no bills to pay, not a care in the world. Just go to school, which was like from 8 to noon, and then the rest of the day we would just take a siesta, we'd eat, drink beer, go out at night to the clubs, and then do it all again the next day. I mean, it was seriously so much fun. So I do speak Spanish. That is the answer to the question. Yo hablo español. Now I'm just doing my bronzer where I did the contour. And that's it, guys. I'm out of questions, but I would love for you to send me some more because I love answering them. And then I'm just going to go in with my Milani blush that I always use and put it on the apples of my cheeks. You guys know so much about me now. Seriously. That's okay. I'm like an open book. I have nothing to hide. Okay. I'm just going to choose a lip and I'll be right back. I lied. I forgot highlighter. I'm using my Wet n Wild Make a Glow highlighting powder. And I really like this, and it's cheap. I like this better than the Makeup Revolution, and I like this better than, I can't remember, but there was another one that this is much better than. Oh, Butter London had one that sucked. So, this Wet n Wild one is cheap, and it gets the job done. Little on my nose, little on my Cupid's bow. And now on to lips. Lips, I'm going to use this NYX lip liner. And I just got this today. It's the Rimmel London Provocalips. Ooh, controversial. Let's see what it says. 16-hour kiss-proof lip color. And the number is 200, and it's called I'll Call You. So there's two sides to this. There's the lipstick side, and it says like step 1, and step 2 says seal. What does it say? Sorry, guys. step 2 says lock and shine. So I'm going to line my lips real quick. Can't even see what I'm doing. I'm going to do it off camera. I'll be right back. Lips are lined. Now I'm going to go in with this Rimmel lip gloss. Oh, that's pretty. It's kind of a berry color. I got a little too much. And that's the look. I'm going to use the other side, but I think I have to let this dry first, so I'll be right back. Okay, so the lipstick is dried and I'm going in with this setting lip gel. I don't know. I'm not really sure what this one does. Makes it feel a little more comfortable on the lips. But anyway, so guys, this is my look. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed doing the answers, the questions and answers. I'm really sorry if I was kind of distracted or slow because I've never actually done a Q&A while doing my makeup before. So thank you for being patient and thank you for your questions. And please, I would love to have more questions. I think it would be so fun to see what you all want to ask me. And that's it. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.